I'd now like to pass over to our final speaker, Alan Miller, for some closing remarks. Alan, he's joining us by video link.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Grant. And firstly, I'd like to thank our speakers, Lord Sumption, Harvey Goldsmith, Emma Kenny, and Professor Sikora, as well as John, for a very compelling welcome. And as you've seen in the video, they represent and embody the spirit of collaboration from such a broad section of society, as well as partnership, that I think we can all see is so really needed right now. Indeed, in many ways, they embody the very spirit of recovery. When we launched the Nighttime Industry Association, it was with some of the most dynamic and independent entrepreneurs in the country. I would continually talk about the vital importance of our public spaces as well as our private ones. That to have dynamic cities, we have to have ambition and creativity and innovation, intelligence, smart planning, reflection and nuance. That we should strive to make things more beautiful, more intelligently, and to curate cities, regions and landscapes that are culturally profound. When the Philistines want to attack, they belittle our endeavours by pretending that the public is stupid and is only interested in pettiness and indulgence. It has become sadly quite common when bereft of ideas or any broader political solutions or vision to claim that the people are mad and bad and dangerous or antisocial. And rather than having compelling ideas capable of winning hearts and minds and solving our problems together, the impulse has often been to pass rules, to regulate, to restrict, and yes, to suffocate. Yet we've all seen the truly inspiring example of how so many in Britain were willing to volunteer and step up to help one another, even though the majority were never called upon, which was a moment that we could have harnessed so much. Yet we've seen it in our daily lives when our neighbours offer to get the shopping, or for those that are shielding, and when so many contribute to volunteering in different ways. We need to remember that we're all in this together. While working to get local authorities and national politicians to recognise that pubs and bars and clubs and festivals are not just places where people drink, but places where people connect, share ideas, make new friends, and new projects are born and inspiration occurs. While we had many successes along the road, the last 7 months have illustrated both how exceptionally important our places of coming together are, as well as how decimating it is to social and cultural life when things shut down. It has become apparent that the government has stopped listening properly. The transition from the initial, I believe, genuine attempt to grapple with very difficult circumstances to what has become a hunkered down, blinkered vision series of knee-jerk impositions, such as the rule of 6 and the 10 PM curfew and other things that today's speakers have spoke so eloquently on, not only bear no correlation to evidence, but also disingenuously then seek to blame both the dynamic professionals, entrepreneurs, and also the public at large for the problem. Now, this is the first part of any recovery. It's to be able to identify the problems, then to have a strategy. To recover, we need to be able to do that together. It's in this spirit that I joined with John Dobinson and the fantastic team at Recovery as co-founder of Recovery, bringing together a broad array of different people who can show by example what recovery means. As Hannah Arendt pointed out, we need to have a strong public space to ensure as well a strong private space. Recent impositions have put all of that in mortal danger. Thus, the way we recover is doing it together in partnership. Partnership means talking and working things out together. It means agreeing on an aspiration for a calmer, more reasonable approach, one that believes in the indelible importance of putting things to the people. We have to remind ourselves that the public is made up of our colleagues, our neighbours, our friends and our family. So it is to working together, to convene, to create, to inspire and to transform, that we need to do this crucially together. As we do so in the spirit of recovery, we encourage as many as possible to join with us on this journey, on this very human journey of discovery as well as recovery. Because after all, and we have to keep reminding ourselves, that is what it means to live, that is what it means to be human. Sharing, engaging, reflecting, and working things out together. So it's an exciting time full of possibility. We should be doing regular recovery polls to engage with the public, and they will cover a wide range of questions from health, wellness, work and leisure, looking at their changing views and as things develop with regard to the virus and also to policy, seeing how families interact and much more. And we've commissioned the first of these reports, which we're making available to all of you today, which was of a survey of 2,000 people of 18 years old and above across the UK with Yonder and Omnibus data. We asked them an array of questions which you can see, but I want to draw your attention to one really standout thing. Almost 3 out of 4 adults in the UK are more concerned with the consequences of lockdown than they are of catching COVID. Now, we have an opportunity, and we know that, though, that there are still many worried. We've seen in Melbourne coming out of an enormously long lockdown and pronouncements in France and Germany to go into them, that it's with a spirit of openness and with public-mindedness of civility to one another that we're embarking on recovery. We're all faced with an option right now, as John said, and what we decide will shape the coming period and the future. Are we to be shut down, hidden away, closed off and cowering? Or are we to embark upon a new renaissance of imagining, of working together, dynamically building, entrepreneurially sharing, looking after people that need it and want it, artistically sculpting the world as we want to see it, all the while protecting those that need it, together? We've all agreed that we should come together for recovery. We now invite all of you to do so. It's so time for recovery. Thank you very much.